Let's go to the pot. Let's go to the pot. Pot. Let go. Do your things, Con.
Welcome guys, welcome. How are you? If you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section before we can start, so that we start on the same page. So what we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be analyzing gold, forex. We'll look at euro USD, we'll look at Bitcoin, we'll look at NAS100, and then we'll look at DERIV synthetic indices, boom and crash, step, jump, and volatility indices. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. And still on that, we have introduced our a new WhatsApp group where we are going to be sharing PainX and GainX. These are Weltrade indices. Get in touch with me if you are interested to know more about PainX and GainX, and we'll be giving free trading robots and signals, 2 signals per day. So we started, I think today was our first day. So guys, if you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section, then we can proceed. So just confirm that you can hear me. Can you please confirm if you can hear me? Yes, thank you so much for confirmation. Morisik, thank you so much for confirming. Okay, so if you can hear me, without wasting much of your time, let's just quickly look at gold. Well, first of all, analyze how gold has been moving. Let's take time to like this video, guys. Let's like this video before we can start, and if you have time, just share it with 2 or 3 people, so that we have more people who will be joining. Thank you so much for liking this video, and for those who are sharing. Whom do we have as well? We have Cassius. Cassius is always there. Whenever I'm live, Cassius is always there. Okay, without wasting much of your time, guys, let's do the analysis. Let's like. I can see people liking this live. Okay, so you will let me know. So today is our first day of streaming using a phone. We want to see how this goes, or maybe we should go back to the usual streaming on a desktop. So basically today, I think with the time, if time permits, we'll do some live trading. But what we want is, first of all, we do some analysis first. So what I've seen with gold, yesterday I did an analysis on gold, and it was well detailed. I was explaining what is likely going to take place in gold, and we also talked about the fundamentals, talking about the global tension between Russia, between China and US, and also the war that is currently taking place in Ukraine and Russia. We talked a lot about in that particular video why gold, we are anticipating that gold is to continue with the bullish momentum. Okay, so that video, go and check it out on my YouTube channel. It's also there on TikTok and Facebook. Just follow, just go to our pages. You see that video that explains in detail what is likely going to take place in gold and why it is likely to happen. Okay, so let's go on the monthly. This is the weekly. So what we can see, gold has been bullish, but last week, the previous 2 weeks, we saw gold dropping like this. There was a massive drop in gold here. I think for the previous 3 weeks, gold has been just dropping like this. There was a massive drop from 500 and what? Sorry. From 5,600, gold when it reached that high, it's starting to drop. But if you can look closely, what happened here? Let's go on the monthly. Let's go on the monthly. On the monthly, we can see a clear picture. Okay, so with the previous month, the month of January, we saw price pushing upwards at the beginning of the year, and then there was a small drop when we got to February, January, and then price is going. Then we had this current candle. This is the February current candle. So we're anticipating that this bullish momentum that we've been experiencing the greater part of last year and also the previous years is going to continue moving up. And I explained the geopolitical and the interest rate expectations in that previous video. Okay, just looking at the monthly candle, what we can see is this price came to this particular area here, which I've marked here. Why is this area so important? So just looking at the monthly, I want you guys to observe what happened. There was a time, okay, let me just look for an arrow. There was a time when price came to this particular level here, and then this level was used as a resistance, and then price dropped, then it went up, then eventually it was able to break on this monthly candle. That was January. It was able to break when we began 2026. Then it pushed upwards here. That we saw a sudden drop as price came to the same area. So I've been always telling you guys the easiest way if you are going to be trading is looking at trend continuation support and resistance, where a level is once being used as a resistance, and then that level is going to be used as a support. So this is the same thing. A lot of people have been asking, are we going to see gold continue to drop? I don't think that is going to likely happen. When gold dropped, it reached this particular level, which was 4,380, this particular level here. Let me try to use double lines here. So this was the zone which gold reached, where that level was once used as a resistance, and then it was then used as a support when price came back again. So it's basically a break and retest. Price was able to break this resistance. When it dropped down, it then used this particular level as a support. So it's a resistance that has now been turned into a support. So what are we anticipating this week? If you look at the weekly chart, what do we see? For those who normally trade candle range theory, we can see we had this low, we had this particular low, we had this particular low here. So this particular low, as you see, price didn't close below this particular level, and then the price closed inside this particular candle range. So what does it mean? Price is now targeting the opposite the opposite liquidity. It was able to grab the external liquidity that was residing at this particular level here. There was liquidity that was residing below this weekly candle here, and price was able to grab that external liquidity. And so what is now currently taking place is this: price is going to target that opposite liquidity. So using your candle range theory, you can see where price is heading. Price was able to grab this liquidity that was residing below this low, the external range liquidity. So price is now heading up to target this particular level here. So this is what I'm seeing on the weekly. So we can see after this, we had this strong bullish pin bar, the hammer candle, and then the previous week we also had a small, although in terms of volume we didn't see much movement the previous week. So what are we anticipating this particular week? So we're anticipating, what I'm thinking now, I'm gonna go on the daily because we can't have a good picture here. Let me go on the daily and see what is going to likely take place. We have price, we have another level, still marking our levels. We had this particular level here. I'm always looking for these particular areas, the highly reactive zones. Like for example, this particular level here, We are still on a daily. What do we see here? We can see clearly that this is what took place. There was a time when price was able to break this level, then use this the same level as a support. So this is a very reactive zone. If you can see here, it was used as a resistance, then the second time it was used as a support. So what do we now see price doing currently? We can see what is taking place here. Okay, let me just mark the zone. So when you're marking support and resistance, you must always bear in mind that it's a zone, it's not a level, it's a zone. That's one mistake that most traders normally make. Okay, so as you can see here, we had price on this particular level coming back to the same zone. We saw how that zone, how price reacted with that particular zone here. Then currently we can see price coming back to the particular zone. So from 1580 to 5020, 5080, 5080 to 5020. This is our new reactive zone. So we are currently observing how price is reacting with this particular zone. We are currently observing how price is reacting with this particular zone, where we have this particular level from 5080 to 5000, and I said 5020. Okay, let me just do this. 51,000 and 51,000 like this. Okay, so this is our zone. This is the zone where we're gonna be observing how price is going to react with that particular zone. Let me just mark it here. So currently this is where we are going to see what is going to follow, but bear in mind the overall trend that we have an uptrend. So what are we anticipating? Let's observe here. Let's observe what is taking place. Sorry. If you look here, is price. I'm always talking about this. When you're trading using support and resistance, you need to observe how price approaches that particular support and resistance. Let's do our analysis. We can see price coming from this after what a liquidity sweep that took place here. Price came up and it didn't have enough strength to penetrate this zone here. So what did price then do? So we now see price making what higher lows towards an area of what of resistance. This is very important. This is very important. Why? It's an accumulation for a breakout. So what we are anticipating this week, yes, price is going to drop a little bit, but eventually this is what I'm seeing. Price will gain enough momentum to break this particular level. Once that breakout takes place, we are simply going to wait for price to make a retest. Once we get the breakout, just wait for price to come and make a retest to this particular level here. Once the retest has been confirmed, you will know that price will be in a position to buy. This is where we are going to get our long-term buy, and our target is going to be this gold all-time high, which is 5,600. So this is the best movement if you're going to be trading gold. So currently, what are we going to be doing? Currently, we're going to be looking for in our VIP group, we're able to get a small buy, but price then it was able to hit our first TP, but then price then dropped a little bit. So this is what is taking place on the daily. We can see the daily candle is a little bit bearish, and the previous daily candle, which was on Friday, was a doji candle. Price is accumulating. That's another thing. Price is just consolidating on this resistance level. So what we are anticipating is that if price consolidate on this resistance, there is a possibility that price is going to eventually break this particular level, and then we always trade a break and retest because it gives confirmation that price is now ready to move up. So always trade a break and retest. Okay, so that's one, the upper level. So this is the zone. I don't know why what happened here. Oh, I deleted again. It was from let me just try to redraw these lines. It was here in the upper level. The upper level was here. It was 58 and 58. Let me just write it down here. 58. It was 58. 58 and the other level was 51.20. Okay, so that's the zone which we are currently looking at. If you want to be safe, just wait for price to break out here, because we can see a lot of consolidation is taking place right at this particular level, which makes it very difficult for you to know if you're going to be buying or if you're going to be selling. So going down now to the H4, what do we have? Okay, we can see price is okay. Let's drop down. I don't see a lot here on the H4, but the most important thing that we can see is that price is making higher highs towards this level of price is making higher highs. You can see here higher high towards this level of what, and it's also breaking structure. You can see price was able to create a new higher low, which is very, very important. So what we're anticipating, price should push a little bit here, then eventually, yes, there's going to be a little bit of consolidation, but eventually price is going to break. Then once that breakout takes place, then it confirms our bullish continuation, and then we just need to wait for price to make a retest on this particular zone, the 51.20 and 50.80. Once that takes place, you can look for buying opportunities, then you can go long on gold. So let's go on 1 hour. Yes, we had price creating a higher high, then it dropped. As long as price trades below this previous high low, we are still safe. And price reacted again with this supply zone that we see here. So that's another thing here. I think this happened on Friday. If you look at what happened here, we can see price reacted with this supply zone that we have on this particular level, and that was the reason why price dropped a little bit here. So if you're going to be getting a good buying opportunity, what you can do is this. We are buying. Why are we buying? Because price is giving us higher lows and higher highs. So you can also make use of a trend line. Let's see. One. Do we have a trend line here? No, it's not a trend line. Hello. Okay, we have a trend line that is forming here. We have a trend line that is forming at this particular level here. Okay, perfect. So for you to be safe, your target is gonna be here. Thank you. Give mama. Give mama. Your target is gonna be here. So what you can do is this. You can wait for price to break this and then come back to make a retest. On the retest, so you can have something like this. Price should give us a breakout. Breakout, we need a breakout. Then price should drop. So what I've seen in most cases is this. What I've seen in most cases is this. Price. People have complicated trading. Just follow these simple steps. I'm telling you, you'll be in a position to. Those who are in our free community, they know this. So just wait for price to break and make a retest. Looking at this particular level here. So where exactly price is going to get? Okay, the recent level. Minus. This is our return noise. Okay. We have this level that we have here, but is it a highly reactive zone? Not really. Let's drop down to 30 minutes and see what is taking place. So guys, if you're struggling in trading gold, if you're making losses in trading gold, I released a strategy, the previous video that I released where we're using 2 moving average. That one, guys, I'm telling you, it's one of the best strategies. And I'm going to demonstrate here, if you still have time, how you can get entries using that particular strategy. So for today, price has been finding support on this particular level here. Every time when price is reaching this level, it's failing to drop further down. This is the particular level that I'm talking about. And then price is pushing upwards. But we have failed to break this particular trend line here. Okay, so now we're dropping down to the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this. This is the strategy that I'm talking about, where we have 2 moving average. For those who didn't watch that video, we have 2 moving averages. The first one is 100 exponential with applied to high, and it is a color red. This one 100 exponential with the applied to low. Then the color is lime. Then on the RSI it's 168 with the color with the level 50. So I'm just being fast because we already have a video like this. So what you can do is this. You can drop down to 1 minute. You can drop down to 5 minutes. Even 1 minute is okay. So if you're going to be getting entries now in gold, make use of that particular strategy. For example, here, what do we see here using this particular strategy? So ignore all selling signals because we know gold is going to be. That's another thing. If you know a little bit of price action, then when you now come back to use your indicators, they become very, very powerful. So what we can see here is that price was trading below this moving average. This channel that we have, these 2 moving averages, and then price was able to gather enough momentum to push above this. So when that happens, you just wait. We wait patiently. What are we waiting for? Price was already, we talked about a break and retest. So the breakout is already taken place. So what we're now waiting for is this. We're now waiting for price to come back and make a retest on these particular lines here. When price drops to these lines, okay, I hope when we still have time, we're gonna demonstrate this live and we'll trade this live. You'll see how powerful this strategy is. So when price drop to this particular level, we are looking for a bounce on these 2 moving averages, but we're not just going to buy randomly. We need a confirmation. For example, what took place here? 1, we can wait for price to give us a strong bullish candle crossing these moving averages. That shows that there is momentum. Price is gathered enough momentum to move up. So you see price was trading above. Then when it came back to this particular level, what do we see? We saw price giving us a strong bullish candle, and then what then happened after that? Price started to move up. This is how we got our entry in our VIP community. Price pushed upwards. Then here we also saw price giving us an engulfing candle here. So basically, those are now the things that you're now making use of. You know, using your price action, you have knowledge of what is taking place in that particular market. So now when price bounces off from your moving averages, you're now checking, okay, here with the engulfing candle and the wicks are indicating price rejection. So you know price is going to continue moving up. That's what exactly happened. And then here at this particular level here, it becomes easy. Some people debate, using indicators, is it the best, or using price action? Which one is the best? Are you going to be using smart money? Are you going to be using whatever? Are you going to be using candle range theory to get entries? Guys, these things are one and the same thing. You see what we have here, we had price. So you must use what you understand. But with me, I've seen that using a combination of price action and indicators is more powerful, because you know from your technical analysis what is taking place, the structure that is taking place in that market, who is dominating in that particular market. Then for entries, that's when you can make use of your indicator based strategies. For example, here we had the bullish pin bar, which is a hammer candle, and then this was going to give you an entry. Then you're going to buy, and your stop loss is just below this green line. You're going to buy, and you see price for some time here it went up. You're going to be in profit, because we're talking about gold. This small movement that you see here, from here to this particular level, I'm telling you, it's a lot of money, because we're getting an entry around 50.10, and we're going to get an exit around 50.16, which is a lot of what, pips. Okay, then price from there started to drop. But we're talking about how we could get entries. So let's just wait and see how price is going to react. On the 5 minutes, price was still below our moving average. So we're just waiting to see how price is going to react on the 1 minute. Then we can get an entry. So that's how simple it is to trade gold. Then you will be taking note of these particular levels where we have 50.80 and 51.20. Those should be your targets. Those should be your targets, because price, I'm telling you, there it's a little bit tricky to hold your trades when prices reach these particular levels. So for now, our current TP, if we get an entry, will be this particular zone, the recent swing high, which is here on 50.17, 50.16 here. That's our target here, if we get an entry using our strategy. So basically, this is what we are targeting. So we are on the 1 minute checking for entries. We're on the 1 minute checking for entries. Okay, in the comment section, guys, I want you guys to tell me the asset that we should be analyzing before we can move forward. What do you think about this analysis? What do you think about this analysis? What do you think about this analysis, guys? I want to check the comments before we can proceed. Then you also need to give me suggestions on which asset are we going to be analyzing next. We have looked at gold and we already have a plan. So we're now talking about which asset are we going to be targeting next. We're just waiting for. I just want to check the comments. What's happening?
Stop taking meeting notes and click up AI note taker.
Okay, let's look at this. You guys, let's take time to like this live. Let's take time to like this live. We are waiting for comments. People should give us the next. Okay. Why is it I can't see the comments? Yeah, I can now see the comments. Okay, let me just go through the comments. Peter's the man is saying, good evening, everyone. The strategy is very profitable. Thank you so much for confirming that. Cassius is saying, you didn't talk about the RI it there. With pairs, the RSI is there for trend confirmation. If price trades above the 50 level of the RSI, we'll be looking for buys. If it's trading below, we'll be looking for sells. So there's a separate video where I took about 19 to 20 minutes explaining how this strategy used. So for 2026, I'm not going to be stressing myself. If I'm trading gold, if I'm trading volatility, I'll be just using this strategy. So Cassius is also saying we should analyze Euro USD. Okay, we're currently at 3 likes. Let's get to 5 likes. Let's have 2 more people liking this video. Then we can go to the next asset. So as we wait for the next asset, guys, tell us where you're watching us from and what you think about this analysis. So we have Cassius telling us that we should analyze Euro USD. Okay, We're just waiting for you guys to tell us what you think about this analysis before we go to the next analysis. What do you think about this analysis, and which asset do you want us to analyze next? So we're still waiting for an entry in gold. We are done with the analysis. Tell us, let's interact, let's talk. What do you think about this analysis, guys? So I hope if time permits, we'll be able to see this trade live. Looks to be amazing. Tickets, man. Watching from Zimbabwe. 210. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Mr. DC, for the analysis. You're welcome, my brother. But I did a separate video where I explained the fundamentals and the technical part in gold. Go and check it out. It's there on our YouTube channel. We're still waiting for gold to drop. I said, I'm going to tell Zimbabwe, black.
I'm not sure. I'll check for my.
Go to mama.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Thank you for those who joined, who like this video. Okay, let's go to the next asset. So with Rwanda, Tickets is watching us from Rwanda. That's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. It's always amazing to know who's watching us and from where. Thank you so much for letting us know. Rwanda. Is there a difference between Rwanda and DRC? Is it the same thing? DRC and Rwanda. They are two different countries. But I think I don't know. I'm confused when it comes to Rwanda, DRC Congo. There's now DRC Congo. Is it the same thing? I'm getting confused. There's Rwanda. What about Congo? Congo, is it DRC?
Yes, there's always law in Congo.
Is it Congo the same as DRC?
Yes.
So Rwanda is different from
DRC shortcut for
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yes.
Oh, DRC Democratic Republic,
Yes.
Republic of Congo. Okay. There's always war. I wanted to say